Well, cybersecurity is not just for big tech companies or spy movies anymore. These days, if you've got a phone, a laptop, or even a smart fridge, you're in the game. With October being National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, there is no better time to talk about protecting what matters most to you, your data, your business, and yes, even those cat videos on your phone too. Here with more is Chris Nation with Mirazon. Great to talk with you today. Each week we kind of feature, our fraud alert segment, but it's so important to have like a one-on-one conversation because everyone can be a victim with all these scams going around.
Yeah, Elle, that's right. First of all, thank you for having me and the Great Day Lab team. Really glad to be here. Yeah, with October being National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, one thing that we want to do is largely we're about education and making sure that really not only our customers, but just the general public know the threats that exist and then ways to prevent them from happening. And so a ransomware attack happens every 20 seconds.
Wow.
Every 20 seconds. And so that's a lot of data that people can really have out in the World Wide Web that you don't want. And so we want to make sure folks are aware of best practices, common mistakes, those type of things, and so they can be protected against those hackers. Most hacking happens under businesses that are 1,000 employees or under. So that's about 80% of hacks are really small and medium-sized businesses, and a lot of these companies don't have the big tools and processes in place to prevent that.
That's where Mirazon steps in. So at
Correct.
Mirazon, what are some of those services that you offer for those businesses?
Yeah, so Mirazon, we're what's called a technology service provider, a TSP, and we have 3 core services. One is managed services, so that means we go into businesses and we manage the entire technology. It could be their computers, their networking, their Wi-Fi, everything soup to nuts. We also do IT consulting, so that could be a small project, a big project, could take a week, could take a month. And then we also focus on cybersecurity. And so that's really protecting all the technology, all of the data, doing education. And then if a company would happen to be hacked or breached, we can come in and fix that, clean that up, and really help protect that company moving forward.
Absolutely. I mean, so many people rely on their business through their technology. I mean, even just like producing Great Day Live, we rely on computers.
You're right.
To just put us on the air every single day. And if one little thing gets messed up, I mean, we cannot be on the air. And so thinking about just the average person, I mean, if my Wi-Fi goes out, it feels like the world is ending.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? Yeah.
Right. And so what are some tips that you have just for our viewers watching here today to protect themselves from these cybersecurity hacks?
Yeah, there's really a couple things. One is the biggest thing we like to tell people is be suspicious, but also be vigilant. So a lot of what we're seeing is phishing attacks. And a phishing attack is an email or a text message that you probably have got 1,000 times asking you to click on a link or input some of your data. And largely what hackers are wanting is to get your passwords and information. Once they get in your system, they do what's called a ransomware attack. They encrypt your data, meaning you can't get access to it. And they want some money from you for you to get your data back. And so what we want is, if you get those emails, get those texts, sometimes they look like they're coming from your CEO or your CFO or your treasurer asking for money. Call them, email them, and ask them, did you send me this? So verify that information. And then also flag it to your IT team.
Yeah.
Is this spam? Is this a scam? Should I be clicking on this? Those are 2 really good common practices. The 2 biggest mistakes that we're seeing is passwords. So people haven't updated their password maybe in 6 months.
Or just use the same one over and over like myself.
Or using the same one over and over. So let's get that changed for you. But a really strong password is it has uppercase letters, lowercase letters, there's special characters and numbers. And we like to see 12 characters long in length. And the second biggest mistake is not enabling multi-factor authentication. So this is when you have an app on your phone or it sends you a text message and you have to put a code in to get to your computer or a website. So those 2 things alone can really help prevent a lot of intrusions from hackers.
Absolutely. I mean, I have 2-factor authorization on all of my apps.
We love that. Thank you.
But I mean, it can be annoying, like, oh, type in a code. But I mean, that is protecting you from any scam.
Correct.
So how can people like get in touch with Mirazon? Maybe they just want to learn more. Maybe they don't really have like a business per se, but they just want to learn more about just keeping you safe online. Yeah,
the best way is really to go to our website Mirazon.com. And we have a lot of information about protecting, awareness, ways to get in touch with us. We have a contact form that folks can fill out and get to us. And one of the great things that we do is we do training for companies. And so we can go into a company and really tell them, here's what to look out for, here's what not to do. And we also get to do some testing with companies. And so we'll come in and have the ability to test, and they can come back and see those results.
Ooh, the testing would probably be really, really good to know on a business of any size, whether you are working with a super small business of maybe 10 employees or over 1,000 employees. You have customizable solutions for every single one of them. So thank you so much for stopping by today. It's a really important conversation to have.
Thank you, Elle. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So again, if you are interested in learning more, just go over to Mirazon.com.